feel like I'm being manipulated, so then the trust that I have for you goes away a little bit. But I want to understand it a little bit more because I heard Jonathan on Rich and Unemployed, like, man, you gotta test people. He wasn't just saying in relationships, but like, he's talking about people. You must not trust yourself if you feel like you gotta test me because you feel like people put on a facade. And for me, I'm not saying let go and let God, because even when you let God, if you don't have the power of discernment, it's not going to mean anything when life puts you in those situations anyway.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have to be tested because you don't even trust yourself to know.
No, 100%, because you got to understand the person that's testing you. You know, like this person that's testing you is worth the test. For sure, go along with it.
Worth the test?
Yeah, some people that's testing, like, nigga, please. Like, you gonna test me?
I've been in that situation and I called it out and I said, I feel like you're testing me. Like, don't test me. I'm showing my real self. Like, you don't have to test me.
And that's
what you're trying to check to see if what you feel and what you think about me is real. I want you to trust yourself and lead with that, because that's going to determine if you're like where I need you to be.
Right.
And you know, because I want you to be able to have that awareness of your life and who's in it. I want you to see me. And when you test me, that makes me feel like you don't see me.
Yeah, because also them tests go wrong right there, because it's like I'm being tested. Do I want to play along? Because believe it or not, I believe relationships is a game. And the reason I say relationships is a game is because it becomes a game the minute you know you can manipulate someone. It becomes a game the minute you know you can alter someone. So, for instance, if I'm in a relationship and my woman knows that doing this makes me react like that, or doing this is going to get a reaction out of me, period, it becomes a game.
Oh, for sure. I think life is a game, period. And everything is built off of manipulation. This whole world that we live in is built off manipulation. We all do it to each other in a sense. And I mean, I just feel like for the most part, you just got to make sure your intentions are pure. Make sure your heart is there. But when you're testing me because you want to see if I'm this type of woman or not, it's like, dude, just let it happen. When you talk to me, what do you think? What do you feel? I want you to tap into yourself instead of creating this outer experience for me. Like, and it's not, I feel like it's unfair. What if you catch me on a bad day? I'm not human enough to have a bad day where I failed the test.
No, your frequency low. And that's the thing, too, about the person that's giving the test. If they're not intelligent enough to pull this test off, or to be able to.
So you gotta be able to pull the test.
Yeah, 100%. Like me, my test be simple.
Real little
like I'll give you a cheat sheet to one of my tests. One of my tests I love is when I'm dealing with a new individual, and she say got a baby dad, and but it's only one question to this test: who left who? You know what I'm saying?
That's your question.
Yes, and her answer says it all to me. The question is, okay, did he leave you or did you leave him? And if she say he left her.
How often does that happen where a woman admits that he left me?
But check it out, because because that right there too, I'll notice the back pedal, I'll notice whatever, and then whatever you say,
you gonna know.
You gotta stand on that. You know what I'm saying?
And all the stories after when we talk, you better add up to
that. They better add to that, because if she say the dude left her, that immediately awares me to be a little more numb to bullshit, because I know that door is still cracked a little bit. If he left, I feel like in any relationship, whoever leaves, it's not fair. I wasn't ready to let go.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah. So. But if you left him,
oh, for sure,
I can work with you.
I get that. If you're forced to move on from something, it's different from when you choose to leave the situation.
Facts.
You still got an attachment.
Yes.
I can see that.
Yeah, so it's like immediately, the minute I get that answer, I'm like, okay, if this nigga get out of jail, or if this nigga get his shit together, or if this, any of that right there, he still got a chance.
One little thing.
And I ain't got no room to fuck up. You see what I'm saying? Too, is what that tell me. Believe it or not, competition is right back. Now I'm competing.
I ain't got no room to fuck up.
Yeah, I ain't got no room. You know.
You ain't had no room to begin with.
To begin with, it's for real. Just came in with little bitty.
Especially if he left her.
Yeah,
okay.
that door's cracked.
I get that.
Yeah, so that tells that's my test. That's my test. That's all I need to know. So at that point, I know I'm in this for either a short time or a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what if she says that she left? Why isn't that a red flag or
her leaving? Of course.
What if she's a runner and she just leave when she gets up?
And then that comes from that her answer also on that, because what segues to that is, okay, why did you leave? You know, or what led you, or what encouraged you to, you know, make that move? And if that move is anything in the sense of it's always him, then I know she's one of those. You know what I'm saying? So that right there just automatically cheat sheets the whole thing, because now I get a chance to see her backpedal or see her bullshit in the sense of.
But is that a test, or is that getting to know somebody?
That's interviewing. That is an interview. That's an interview.
You get a background
check.
You know what? I'm learning something. That's what I'm here to do. I need to do a background check, an interview.
Background check.
I have deep conversations with people. Like, you want to talk to me? If you're a man and you're interested with me, like, be prepared to cut the bullshit. When it comes to testing people, like, purposefully putting people in situations to see how they react.
No, it's not.
It sounds so evil. Like, I get so offended and it draws me back. Like, I was dating somebody and I felt like I was tested. I just felt it in my bones. I felt it in my gut. And you could tell it was a game for him. Like, why do you feel like you're being tested? I know that's what you're doing.
And I think that's... I know. And with them people like that, and when you feel that slimy, slithery, spineless... No,
I think he had a really good reason and a really good point.
But
he don't want to waste his time.
His self-value was up here. One self-value was up there, because we're speaking about men and women. Yeah. And even with me right now, same thing. I do not have time to waste. I am busy.
I think his points were valid, but he couldn't really admit to me that he was testing me. It's like, damn, she knows, but it's like, let's just have that conversation then. Let's just have it.
So for anybody that's, you know, putting people in situations, or some people do it not even consciously.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We probably do.
Yeah, and it's not even like I'm coming in here, I'm about to test this shorty and see what the fuck
I feel like women do it too. What we do, we test our men to see what we can get away with. Like how much we can
how much wiggle room you got. Yeah. Like, what
he gonna allow me to do, or what he gonna do for me.
But then also on the flip side is we gotta understand that through all the, just, you don't use the word test just for, you know, lack of words or whatever the hell it's called. But for the most part, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I think we expedite so much because it's FaceTime now. It's sitting on the phone. It's show me your background. We do so much talking in the beginning that we give away so much of us in the beginning to allow a manipulator or a puppeteer to stay in advantage. Because in the beginning, even with the questions I asked you, like, why didn't y'all work out? You know what I'm saying? Who left who? And then it gets a person under that pressure and they feel they being real. And I'm open book. I'm gonna keep it out there, but understand it's real wolves out here. And I've been in enough situations where I can filter really quick. Like,
but you have to be able to filter. So it's like, I feel like that's what the divide is. People are guarded for that very reason, because it's like when I open up, like I run into manipulators, or like you said, there's wolves, like, and you know, and sheep's clothing,
and then
so to speak.
And with that experience there, or that relationship you were just speaking on, how much phone time did y'all have in the beginning?
A lot.
How much time do you think you expedited with them phone hours because of we sitting on the phone 3 hours or 4 hours of the day? A lot.
Then I didn't have to wait and see who this person was. It was like, you know, I got a feel for it because we talked. I just feel like, not necessarily meaning talking lets you know a person, because then you got to see them put it into action. Yeah. But I do feel like you don't waste a lot of time once you just, you know, even though you do need to take your time to get to know people, but we're not sitting around bullshitting, like, but do you think that laughing at TV and shit. Do you
think that 3 months is really 6 months, and that 6 months is really a year now, with the amount of time that's put into the beginning stages? And that's how we can really wean out the bullshit so fast, because we put so much
into it at the beginning. Yeah, but I heard you say that we could possibly be giving too much or being too vulnerable. And for me, I think all in all, even with talking about why men test women, it boils down to trusting yourself. If I think that if you do the work within, you don't feel a need to have to test people purposefully. You will be able to know.
Yeah.
Intuitively.
Yeah, 100%.
That's my answer.
No, and if you going into it with a pure heart, and you going into it with no,
you don't
no
have to
side,
have ill intentions.
Yeah, 100%.
For something to not be healthy, though.
Yeah, but due to our stature, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, a attractive female like yourself got a lot going on. Yes, it's going to come. Me as well, a handsome man with a lot going on.
Okay.
Toot. But like I said, they gonna come, and with that being, don't let it look green. Don't let your eyes look green, because then at that point, you really gotta filter through the 100% before you even know this person at this bar. They already know your whole rap. It's no different than an NBA player being at a bar and shorty coming over acting like she don't know you play for the Wolves.
I'm gonna wait till I get there to actually see if that's something that I would do. But like right now where I'm at, I feel like if I continue to trust myself, I don't have to put people in situations blindly just to see who they are. People show a lot of themselves. Like it's almost unbearable. Like people can't hide themselves. It's like we were put here to show ourselves.
100%.
And if other people were in tune and paying attention to that, we would weed out a lot of bullshit that we go through. Like I really do think that it has a lot to do with self. Like even with being of higher stature, like I get what you're saying though. Like, but if you put in the work, and sometimes it might be overwhelming in those situations. Like you said, like people who got tons of people throwing themselves at them. And I mean, we get it now, but we don't get it on that level.
No, and I'm glad you said that.
Walking around, people screaming.
And I'm glad you said that, and I'm really glad that you gave me wiggle room in a sense of putting a little pressure on you. And what I wanted to spiral this into is like things such as dating sites, social media, anything where it's find a nigga app. You know what I'm saying? Or find a relationship. Find a relationship app. There you go. And then you sit there and, like, for instance, I can't do those apps for the simple fact that I don't like giving that much power to no being. I'm gonna say woman because I'm a straight male, but at the end of the day, giving that power to no being in the sense of I'm in her DM, hey, what's going on? Blah blah blah. Can I take you out? And then the power comes in where she can just scroll and be like, nah, I feel like an Anthony today.
What?
You know what I'm saying? No,
so
I feel.
Your power away?
No, I refuse to be in the list of competition.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's some people. Then I try. Don't get me wrong. I've tried the sites. I'm not finna give no clout to them by naming them, but I've tried dating sites, and and they'll sit there and you see they seen it, no response. Hold on, no, she didn't just look at my whole little jump off, and I sat there and wrote and erased a little bit, like, nah, overthought it, like, nah, that sounds corny. Let me try it again. No, that was cool. Let me try this. And then I finally hit send, and then she look and just keep moving. And I'm like, damn, don't get me wrong.
What would you be if you didn't shoot your shot? Like, you would be constantly thinking about it. Like, you had to do that. But, it shouldn't come with an expectation then.
Through those sites for sure.
You let yourself down, but you got a little expectation.
But I'm a field person. Like, for instance, me and you right now. Fuck it, we right here. Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? It's live, it's personal. I can feed off your response. I'm not overthinking what I'm writing, like, and overjudging myself. Is this corny or not? Or should I? No, she don't look like that type. Look at she got the good edges and shit like that. Let me go ahead and read. You know.
So first of all, you overthinking it because now you're thinking about how you gotta approach this person
100%.
Based on who you think they are, and not just approaching the person based on who you are.
Exactly, and that's
because I'm not coming to you because I look at Bobby like he's good, he got going on, he got girls, so no disrespect. No, but you know what I'm saying, he take care of his kids. No, and I gotta present myself like this type of woman. That I'm not presenting myself if I gotta go outside of who I already am in order to appease you. But
see, and I'm glad you took that approach because now let me put the pressure back in the sense of when you take that photo, how many photos do you take before you choose one?
You talking to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just in saying general.
Let's just
Because I don't want to personalize.
Please don't personalize.
Okay.
Because me,
but as women,
give you a good 3.
But it ain't that. Most of the time, it ain't that first one. So with that being said, we all put that on us in the sense of nah, not that angle, nah, that lighting ain't right. I see it's a dirty sock in the background on this photo. Let me, we all overthink it.
But when you looking at, okay, so this setting, I gotta be like this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get my tea. I usually don't do that. I'm usually cursing. This is not to me personally, but if a person is like that and they're adjusting just because of the setting they're in, are they really being themselves?
And that's the part. It's just like, of course, going back to the core of what triggered this reaction. It will be the fact that that's the image that they representate, or the image that they're putting out there. So I'm looking at it like that. And yes, 100% overthinking, not even taking away from what you called out on that. Mm-hmm. It's 100% overthinking. I'm like, damn. Okay, shit, you know what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong, she could be sleeping on a homegirl's floor.
Man,
and you know what I'm saying? This is just a decent Airbnb, you know what I'm saying, for the night that she probably didn't even, her sugar daddy probably paid for.
Man.
But that's a great ass angle, and shorty, you bad as hell, and I want to shoot my shot. So here I am, not trying to come off like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not every other guy. I want to say something that's going to be different. Instead of saying, hey, shorty, I want to say, hey, queen. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you got mad. Because A Queen just ran to the ground.
100%.
Stop saying Queen.
Hey, Queen.
I don't even care how she present herself. Blah, blah. Please, try something else.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm a hey you guy type of guy now, but hey.
But let's put it all together.
Okay.
So tonight, I feel like I heard you say a lot of things that I could use. I think I got a good understanding of why men test women. Mm-hmm. I still don't agree with it, but I got a good understanding. And I feel like I knew it, but I just wanted to call it out publicly. Like, stop doing that shit. Because you might lose somebody like me who real thorough, but I can feel that you're testing me. And if you don't see how thorough I am, then you don't know yourself enough to be able to decipher who's who. And I need somebody who's able to see me so they don't have to test me.
No, and fellas, it's a gamble. You know, that testing shit, it can crap out. Y'all gonna mess around and test the right one, and they already gonna see through the bullshit, see the test, see the swindle, and at that point, it's gonna
not to play along.
Yeah, and it's gonna choose. And sometimes people just choose not to play. They like, you know what? I don't want to play this game. I don't want to attach. And at that point, you may come off Weasley or come off disarming or something of the sort where it won't play out. So it's just like that testing is capped. I mean, for the most part. If you gonna jump into something, but like I said, I am gonna, tread lightly on that because, like I said, but if you dealing with a whole swindle and you know she a swindle,
why would you need to test her? Though?
Yeah, at the end of the day, test her to see how deep her pockets is. Test her to see how deep her heart is. Test her to see what type of mother she is.
But what you gonna do with that if you already feel that person is the son?
Like, personally, it depends on what chapter of life. At one point, I wanted kids. At one point, I wanted a son. So with that being said, I'm testing for mother qualities.
Oh, okay. So all the other shit wouldn't even matter. Okay,
there's other testing there. It's just like, okay, is she a good mom? Let me see. Don't get me wrong. It's easier when you're dealing with a woman with kids because you can kind of see how they cater and do their motherly qualities. But if you are gambling on someone who don't have kids, that's where it get cloudy.
But I enjoyed your time. I enjoyed your perspective. I feel like, once I sit back and grasp and digest everything you say here, I feel like I would walk away with something, have a better understanding. Because that's the point here. Things can get a little toxic, and I'm working on cleaning that up. And I hope everybody at home, wherever you are, you gain something from this too, just hearing our perspectives.
No, I appreciate being here. I appreciate you having me. And hopefully, like I said, there's a part 2 because I feel like we only scratched the surface today, for sure. Yeah, and next time I'm coming with all the receipts. I'm coming with all the tea, all of that. And and I know y'all want to see T on the with the fire on under her, man. So we gonna
with the fire.
Yeah.
Bring me somebody who with fire.
Okay.
I don't care how loud they are.
No, we gonna
get loud.
We gonna have to jump you.
I don't care. Y'all gonna have to, because I'm staying tall.
Yeah, we gonna have to jump you. Y'all might see me and one of my bros, or maybe two of my bros, to kind of, you know, trifecta this.
Okay.
But no, for the most part,
me.
yeah, let's see.
I know when to be quiet.
We're gonna try to get her to sweat her edges out a little bit.
Ooh, you ain't right. I appreciate you, Bobby. That
Salute.
wraps up men versus women. We'll see y'all next time.
That part.
Peace.